Guys and gals, DIY / CNC woodworker here with you again. I haven't made a video in a couple of weeks. Lots of things have happened, a lot of things going on. Had a little bit of a Christmas rush, making many anniversary plaques and other plaques that are requested right now. I've got 3 pieces over here curing as best they can right now. We just had a horrendous thunderstorm pass over, dumped a ton of rain on us. It's passed, the skies are clearing, but still kind of humid. Hopefully these things will dry up, cure up as I need them. I've got another plaque here that I'm ready to cut out on my blade runner because I haven't got my bandsaw up yet. Go figure. But this is a memorandum plaque that I'm making. It says, "In loving memory, Charles Ray McKnight." Charles was my neighbor, very good friend, all around good guy. Passed away Christmas Eve, 48 years old. Boy. And we had his funeral on New Year's Eve. So it's quite unfortunate. Talked with the wife and one of the daughters, and they said yes, they would like me to make this plaque, so that's what I'm doing for them, so they can keep it as a memorandum to him and display it, I'm assuming, in their house. It was kind of tough. Charles is a wonderful guy, and quite an unfortunate situation, but that does happen. Well, on to a little bit brighter things here. I've got down here on the floor, part of a Christmas present. Air compressor, air gun compressor. Wife asked me, "Would you like to have an air gun for Christmas?" Well, of course I would. So she, not knowing anything about air guns, me knowing just a little bit more, not much, I went and bought this Iwata TRN2 spray gun. And that arrived, and I realized, well, my goodness, I don't have really anything I need to go with it. First off, I needed a hose, so I got me a 10-foot hose. And then I realized that I really needed a paint mixer, so I ordered me a paint mixer. And then I realized that I needed some paint. So just to practice with and get to learn on, I got me a bottle of black surface primer, polyurethane, which is good because that's what I use, is polyurethane. And then while I was at it, I ordered just a box of 7 different paints, so I'll have more than just black paint to work with. And of course, with all that, you need airbrush cleaner, so I got some airbrush cleaner. Ordered that extra. And then also, I discovered or realized I needed a airbrush cleaning pot, so we ordered that. And then this is just some airbrush fittings that I got, quick disconnect fittings that go along with it. This is some more quick disconnect, another set of quick disconnects I ended up with. And that's it. And my wife said she thought she'd created a monster by asking me if I needed a spray gun. I wanted a spray gun. So the idea is to start spray painting my plaques and stuff that I make, the letterings where I paint the letters instead of taking a brush and brushing stuff in and hoping I get everything covered. I plan on using the spray gun for that to start out with, and then as I become more proficient with and learn how to operate this spray gun, airbrush gun, in a correct manner, I will expand into other areas of painting. So that's where we're at now. It's been a couple of weeks since I've made a video. Just hadn't felt like doing much here, especially with the situation with Charles, my neighbor next door. That was really a surprise. Well, not a surprise, a shock. But, well, enough said on that. Anyhow, that's where we're at this morning. I'm going to go ahead and put all this stuff away. Then I'm going to start working on cutting out this plaque and getting it routed and the edges routed and all done and sanded and cleaned and ready for my first applications of some polyurethane to seal the wood. And once that's sealed, like everything else I've done, I'll come back and I'll use, in this case, black paint in the lettering. So when it's finished up and sealed up and final coats of polyurethane on it, the black letters will be shiny and bright and stand out, and the lettering will stand out, and there won't be any problem reading the plaque. So that's where you are this morning, January 2nd, a new year, 2017. Let's see where we go from there. So we'll be back with you in a little while. Okay, I've got this plaque carved all out, got the edges all smooth on it, routed the OG edge in that I wanted on it. And now on the back side, because I started this plaque when I started it, I was using a different V-bit, and I did not like the way that bit was carving. So I stopped it, flipped it over, changed the bit out to a 1/16 inch spiral upcut bit, and used it, and it gave me the carving that I was looking for, or so forth. So I had to run this through. The thickness planer to mill off or plane off the little bit of text I had on this back side. And of course, with any thickness planer, unless you run a board of equal thickness through the beginning and after the end of the board just planing down, you'll end up with snipe. Now you can minimize that by holding the board slightly up pressure on it when it's coming out of the rollers, but it doesn't eliminate it. There will be some snipe, and that's what I'm trying to sand out now. Plus give the back side of this a more smooth texture than it had before I started sanding. And I've got 99% of that snipe out, so I think I'm going to let it go there. Matter of fact, I can't see any of it anymore, but I know from experience, I've learned over the last several months, that even though you can't see it now, when you spray polyurethane on that, it seems to say, hey, here I am, you missed me. So now, to the front side, a light sanding on it. Remove most of the torn fibers on the front here. The wood grain, as it's most normally called. Alright, now I'm going to change sanding pads here. This is a 80 grit I've got on here. And go to my 120. Let me get a clean 120. That one's been pretty well used up. There we go. I got a lot of them up here. Might as well use them, right? That can go in the trash. All right. Why the 80 grit holes line up just perfectly on this thing, and the 120 I can only get one to line up. What the difference in that is, but it is. Not to worry about it. Just make do. Oval out of the board. I try to smooth this as much as I can. Without changing the shape of the oval. I should have my sanding mask on, but when I have my sanding mask on, it makes it very difficult to talk to you folks, especially when I'm trying to describe what I'm doing. Of course, it's evident, I guess, what I'm doing. Now, another little thing I do here, let me find it. It should be laying right here somewhere. There it is, my wire brush. And when I carve these letters and stuff, like I said, it leaves a lot of little broken fibers and stuff where it carves. Little pieces of grain just kind of hanging out. And I take this brass wire brush and give it a good rub down into the letters, and that clears up most of that. Except for the few that I overlook unintentionally, but I do overlook some of them. I try to catch them all before I start painting. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this up off camera. There's no need to you sit here and watch me run this brush back and forth through these letters. I'll go ahead and finish it up off camera and get it set over here ready to spray the first couple of coats of polyurethane on it. So we'll be back with you shortly. Okay folks, there it is with the first couple of coats of polyurethane on it. I'm going to let that dry up good. I'll put 4 or 5 coats on this front side. Then I'll come back and I'll paint the inside the lettering a black and let that dry, and then I'll sand that surface down again, get all the paint that's outside of the letters off, and then I'll of course have to apply more coats, another 3 or 4 coats of polyurethane on top of that, and then by the time it's cured over 2 or 3 days, it'll be ready to be delivered. But that's it for now. We will talk to you again real soon. Testing. Well, good morning guys and gals. Welcome to Memorial Plaque Part 2. Part 2, you say? Well, you're wondering where's Part 1? I didn't see it. Well, neither did anyone else. For some reason, I filmed back on the 2nd of January, and I've been trying to upload it since then, and it just won't upload. Since I started this website thing about 2 years ago, I've loaded maybe 200 plus videos. This is the first one. For some odd reason, it just won't upload. I don't know why. I use my Mac computer's iMovie to video edit and everything, and to upload to YouTube through iMovie. And like I said, I've uploaded over 200 some odd videos in the last 2 years, and this is the very first one. For whatever reason, it won't upload. So this is part 2. We're doing it over again. I call it the Memorial Plaque because it's in memory of my neighbor Charles across the street. Christmas Eve morning, he passed away, just dropped dead. Hell of a thing. 48 years old. And we had his funeral services on New Year's Eve. And I talked with his wife and one of his daughters about would they like a memorial plaque for Charles, and they said sure they would. So this is it, all trimmed out and painted. Of course, it's a rough painting. I've got to sand this all down and get all this excess paint off the board where I painted outside the line, so to speak, outside of the letters. But down, all the letters down inside are nice and black, gloss black, and by the time I sand this all off and get that all smooth, and then put a couple more coats of polyurethane across the top of it to seal everything, it'll look real well. So that's what we're doing. That's where we're at today. Now I'm going to go ahead and sand this. I'm going to sand it off camera because you've seen me sand stuff and you probably know how to sand, so it's no big deal. I'll go ahead and do this off the camera. Then once I've got that done and cleaned up, I'll go ahead and put it over here on my little spray sawhorses that I've got that I use for spraying stuff, and we'll spray a couple of coats of polyurethane on it, and then I'll show you what it looks like after that. This is just introduction, was just to let you know about the fact that I tried for 3 days, 4 different times to upload that other video that I made, and there's something in there, I don't know, there's something corrupted in one of the files or something, I don't know, it just it's not doing anything, so it'll just live on my computer, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and get started sanding this, and we'll be back with you in a little bit. Talk to you in a while. All right, folks, here's the plaque sanded. You can see it looks pretty good that way, but once I get the polyurethane on it, it's really going to shine nice. So next stage is to spray it. Now, what I've done is I sanded with 80 grit, and then I come back with 120. As I've told you before, 120 is as high as I carry my product. It feels smooth enough. I don't think it needs any more than that. And here we go with the polyurethane, clear gloss. All right, there we go. Now, what I'll do is let this dry, and zoom down and in on this thing. There we go. I will let that dry for a couple hours. Come back and put maybe one more coat of polyurethane on it, and that'll be a product ready to be delivered. Though there's no charge for this, I'm doing this in his memory for the family. So there you are. We will try and post this to see if it'll go up. I don't know why the first video of this did not go up, but stranger things happen. I don't know why. So that'll be the end of this video. I thank you for watching, and hope you've enjoyed it. And just remember that the spirit that this is being done in is in the memory of my friend Charles, a good man that was taken before his time. So thank you for watching. We'll talk to you again soon. Hello folks, the DIY/CNC woodworker here with you again. If you have just watched this video that I've posted, and if you're seeing this, obviously you watched it, a bit of an explanation. I've posted, I don't know, not bragging, I'm just saying, over 200 videos in the last 2 years on YouTube, starting back with my documenting my building of my cabinets in my garage back in 2015, and ongoing over the years through 2015 and through 2016. Haven't had a problem. Do the same thing every time. When I get done, I tell it to share to YouTube, and you know, within an hour to 3 hours, it's there. It's just does it. Well, since the first of the year, I've made 2 videos. That's the first 2 segments of this video. If you're trying to wonder what was going on, I had a longer video and then I had a shorter video, and it looked like I was repeating myself. Well, for some reason, since the first year, I've not been able to upload anything to YouTube. I just don't know what's going on. I'm frustrated to the max. You probably won't even see this. If you do, well, congratulations, because I figured something out. What it is, I don't know. And why is that dead? Boy, let's start this all over again. I'm in the process of trying to film an explanation why I've not been able to post any videos since the first of the year. And my camera dies on me. When it rains, it pours, folks. Anyway, the DIY/CNC woodworker here. Frustrated woodworker, I might add. If you've seen this video and you watched it throughout, and I'm going to tag this onto the end, if you're seeing this, then you obviously saw what I'm going to try to explain. I made a video on the 2nd of January. Tried to upload it and it wouldn't upload. I tried for 3 days to upload it, it wouldn't upload. So I made another one on around the 4th or 5th of January, a shorter clip explaining what had happened, or trying to explain what had happened, and went to upload it, and it wouldn't upload. Now, I don't know what's going on with YouTube, folks. I've been uploading videos now since 2015, the last 2 years. Uploaded something over 200 videos. I mean, that's not a whole lot, but then again, you know, it's not like my first rodeo. And all of a sudden, from the first of the year, 2017, I can't get anything to upload on YouTube. And I have been searching and searching and searching on the internet, and going here and going there and doing this and doing that. And folks, I don't know. I just went through and did a update on my computer. Supposedly it's up to date. There's nothing more I can do for it. It's got everything it's got. Why I can't upload to YouTube, I don't know. If whatever I did today, after many hours of trying, if something, my fumbling around, tripped something or reset something or turned something on, you will see this video and this silly explanation that I'm trying to make to you that I want to tag on the end of my videos. But just to keep it short and not to waste your time, that's what's happening. That's where I'm at. And if you don't see this, don't worry about it. Nobody else is going to see it. If you do see this, everybody will see it. And then whatever my problem was has been fixed. I'm just real optimistic right now that it hasn't been, but does that make sense? Optimistic that it hasn't, but hey, that's what it is. That's my frame of mind right now, folks. I'm just really frustrated. So if you're watching this, thank you for watching it. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being there. I appreciate it. You can't imagine how much. And here's wishing you a good day.